This is my quick update on the Frankington Z. So I think I'm gonna start this off by saying this is the best plastic Balisong. It doesn't flip the best; it is just the best because of the price. It does. I mean, it does flip really good, but I do think the palette, just due to it being like having full metal rods in it, flips better because it's heavier, carries more momentum. But for $30 or $50 for the Frank Z, definitely the best value and makes it worth it more than like a palette or a flip forge. So this thing, very unweighted. It's not like I was expecting more unweight. I mean, it's still got screws, 2 little balls, and all these tungsten rods, which is a little too dark to see. All those tungsten rods. There's like 5 of them. Yeah. So it is very unweighted. It is very comfortable. I mean, it's plastic and it's super round, but also, main thing I've been flipping this for is ladders. The positive jimping and the super lightweight. Like, dude, okay, well, I can't. I've done 607 ladders now for the Mallee's Climb, which I believe is the most anybody has ever done. But, like, I can just go on this thing. It's insane. The positive jimping isn't too long, so it does, like, I don't know. So it's not like, because you can't, it's like right at the end of the handle, so you're not gonna like be actually laddering on the jimping. The jimping prevents your hands from sliding off. Oh my god. Okay, my allergies have been dying recently. It's turning to spring, so you know what that means. Fish. Anyway, this thing, traveling's alright. Let's see if I can do that chaplain. It's my chaplain test. Yeah, it kind of wants to fly off a bit. It's not the stickiest on chaplains. Yeah. What about 0G? I forgot to 0G in the Chimera video. But, I mean, I'm not the best 0G'er. This really isn't something I should be doing. But, dude, yeah. There we go. You gotta do, like, really big circles with this thing. Same with, like, normal chaps. You kind of gotta do a little bit bigger. Like, if I do tight. Oh, it's actually staying on. That was way too tight, though. But something like this, I do bigger circles. But a giraffe chaplain. Yeah, that's kind of, you gotta do bigger circles for that, too. And slower. This thing fans really good. One of the best fanning plastic knives. Since it is light, it won't fan for like a super long time, but it is effortless to get into these fans. And it is a very flat fan. I can't infinity fan to like really show it off, but it's a bad example. Super flat like this. As you can see, I tried anodizing these. I don't know what was happening. They were not anodizing. They'd like anodize super unevenly, and it was really faded. Hello. And like I had to crank up the voltage to even get it like above a yellow anode. I had to crank it up to like 100 volts, which is usually like a green, and like it would not. I don't know. I was gonna try and anodize in pink to match my zippy stuff, but it would not work. So I just left them polished. It's not a great polish, but it's whatever. I could just buy replacements if I wanted to like get the black inserts again, or maybe try anodizing them. Also, these things, they say they don't glue them in, so you can take them out easier. And they do, mine were glued in, but they still fell out really easily. And I even super glued these back in with Gorilla Glue, and one of them fell out. So, I don't know if this, like, you shouldn't really beat plastic, because, you know, it's plastic. And I've seen people's break already. Like, my friend, his snapped right at the pivot. So it's not like I'd beat this. This is, like, a good public flipper, though. I'd just be super careful with these flying out and, you know, obviously breaking, like, the handles or the blade. So, yeah. This is definitely worth the hype. Thankfully, mine did not come with bind. I know that's an issue some people have been having. And, you know, it's plastic, so you're not going to get, like, a no tap tune, especially because of how thick this blade is with the thinness of these channels. The only thing bushings does is make it so you can full crank it, which is very nice. It's always a very nice thing to be able to do. Like, here's the play. It's actually pretty decent for a plastic ballet, but just due to the size of the blade and the channel, it is still gonna tap. I don't know how much this weighs. Ow, my elbow. The Frank Z specifically weighs 2.6, which I believe is right around where Squiddy is. And it feels a little heavier than a Squiddy. It's just, I think it's because it's more end weighted. I think it might be heavier than a Squiddy, actually. It might be like 2.4 or 5. I know my Squiddy C is like 2.2, but that's made of like acrylic, so it's like super light. But anyway, yeah. I don't know if I recommend the Frank Z unless you want like more customization, because it is like $20 to $30 more, especially if you get like different colored things for each handle. I think you should just get the normal Frank, to be honest, because it's $20 cheaper and you're really only losing out on the jimping, which, I mean, it's a plastic knife, you don't need jimping. But the plastic jimping does do a little bit, like if I stay away from the jimping, let's see if I can climb up this handle a bit, yeah, like that. Like, I'm not using jimping at all, really. Like, it's light, it's plastic, you got like enough grip, but you don't need too much grip because it is so light. My finger keeps getting in my wide angle lens, oh my gosh. I'm too lazy to use a head mount, because, you know, this is peak slop content here. Only the worst content for you guys, and just doing what everybody else does, because I'm got no ideas. Anyway, I digress. I just splurged a little on the Frank Z. I think if you want to fully customize it and you want to spend like twice the price, then go for it. Yeah. But that is the Frankington. I would recommend the normal one over this, again, just because it is way cheaper and you're not missing out on much. There's a little less end weight because it doesn't have these balls, but I don't think that's really going to be something you're going to notice too much. And you don't get these silencers, which, like, they do a little bit. It kind of just gives it a different sound. It's just not much quieter. But it does give it a little bit more end weight and handle bias, which I think, honestly, this thing might be 2 blade bias for me. So I did put those silencers in to try and give it a little bit more end weight. But if you like neutral and blade bias, this is very good. It's not like the Squiddy handle bias, which I think does make it a little bit better than the Squiddies. So yeah. Oh, damn it. I keep trying to hit like a little clip at the end of these videos and I keep screwing up. I've been learning some new tricks like that guy, but then I can't get out of it with the chaplain. I can't like stop it at the right time with my middle finger. yeah, but that is my updates on the Frankington. More yapping, more swap content. That's what you're here for. Peace.